Welcome to the Brandon and Ryan Hour, the show for movies, television, entertainment reviews, and commentary. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And today is our series review, and we are covering the final season of Jack Ryan, that is produced and distributed by Amazon on their Prime service.
Wow, Ryan, that was very informative.
I
I
know, right?
appreciate the information.
Yep, that's what I do.
Did you have a stroke?
Possibly.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we were going to be talking about first two episodes of season 4 of Jack Ryan, starring.
John Krasinski. And then it's
Oh,
also got
I
a
thought it was
Wendell
Jim.
Pierce. What?
I thought Jim.
No, it's not Jim.
He was giving me some Jim vibes these first couple episodes.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going to talk about these episodes like we watched them because we have. And if you have not, go check them out. Come back. Listen to what we got to say. Let us know if we're stupid or not. Or hang out, have fun, laugh with us, laugh at us. We don't care. So, what were your thoughts going into it? Because mine were not good after season 3.
Yeah, I mean, season 3 had definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. So,
Left a sour taste in your.
yes. So I wasn't completely sure how much I'd enjoy it or not. Um, I don't know. It kind of feels like everything's been tainted by the last season. So it's hard to give an accurate description or
I went
accurate
into this
review.
thinking it was going to be complete garbage, just like season 3 was, and I was
Okay.
like forcing myself to watch it. So I put it off and put it off, and I was like, all right, I gotta supposed to talk about this, so I better watch them.
Uh huh.
And I was so far, it's knocking season 3 out of the park because
Yeah, it's way better than season 3.
way better than season 3.
I'm still not sold on the actress playing the now acting director of the CIA.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she's still.
I still think she's the weakest of the 3 leads in the
If
show.
if you haven't seen our season 3 review, you should give that a listen to because small recap, we both thought it was absolute garbage
Uh huh.
for many reasons. Um, yeah. So, yeah, what's her name?
Uh, Betty Gabriel is the actress. Elizabeth Wright is the character in the show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I still think she's the weakest part of the show. Um, but it's definitely picked up from season
Yeah.
3.
With
So
Gabriel Pena being in it, I was like, I didn't know he was in this season.
who's Gabriel Pena?
Isn't that his name?
No, it's Michael Pena.
Who's Gabriel?
I don't know. I
Is that
have
a
no
baseball
idea.
player? I think it's a
I
baseball
just
player.
I just read Betty Gabriel, who is the acting director. Like that's the actress name. So I don't know if you just copied what I said when I
Maybe, but I'm pretty
said Gabriel.
sure.
But anyway, yeah, it was a surprise to see him. I haven't seen any previews for this, so it was kind of yeah, it was an interesting surprise to see him show up. I was like, hey, I know that actor.
Do you? You know him?
Yeah, I've seen him
You
in
guys
quite a
hang
few
out?
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't hang out. I've seen movies he's been
Okay.
in.
All right. Yeah. Um. his introduction was kind of strange with the box,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, "What's with the box?" And then, yeah, the party thing. I didn't. Okay, this guy's supposed to be a cartel guy, and they're just like, "Yeah, we'll just let this random guy walk in with a box.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're not gonna guard the boss or anything."
Yeah, so what were your overall impressions for the first episode?
Um. I don't really know because they tried to cram too much into it. They try to give you a whole bunch of information about the ex CIA director and how there's all this trouble in the CIA, and they're just giving you a lot of dialogue exposition. So that part wasn't great, just kind of boring.
Okay.
And because, like you said, with Elizabeth Wright, I don't like her. I think she's a little bit better than she was in season 3, but I still don't like the character. I don't know if it's the character or the actor. I don't know if she's just not selling it or if she's phoning it in. I don't know. But uh, it was okay. It's probably, I don't know, give it like a 6-8. I think it. I think unlike season 3, it as it progressed, you start getting the information you need, and they didn't give it all away in the first
Yeah.
episode, so they hook you in, and you have an interesting character, um, with what's his name?
Michael Pena?
Yeah, what's the character's name?
Chavez was the last name. I
Yeah,
forget what the first name was.
Domingo.
Yep, Domingo.
And then um I liked how they did make it more I don't know what the right word is, but they're building up they're doing character development,
Okay.
which they didn't do at all in season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 there's no character development. This season they're like, oh, okay, he's got a girlfriend, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same actors from season 1.
yeah, I think so. And Greer's trying to reconcile with his family, and they're all back in Washington and not running around the world. And then they did show you the little clip where he's being tortured. So there's actually some mystery and intrigue. So that's actually kind of, somewhat interested in watching episode 2 after episode 1.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a decent start. I mean, it starts with Jack Ryan getting strung up and then tortured.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that's going to come into play later in the season because they didn't go back and wrap that up in episode 1. So that's still
they
hanging
didn't?
out there. They did not. Yeah, I was enjoying where it was going. and wasn't really sure what Michael Pena's character, like why they kept showing him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? You don't
yeah,
know until you don't know.
yeah. So I mean, interesting. It was enough to get me hooked for the next episode. I think a 6.8 is a fair score for it. So that was right around where I was going to be sitting.
Cool. Only thing it annoys me in both episodes is the talking in front of the senators.
Okay.
It's just really annoying.
Why is that?
Because if I was a senator and I asked somebody a question, especially in a closed session, and we all have top secret clearance, and I ask you a question and you tell me you don't have to tell me, I'm gonna come over the bench. Excuse me? Yeah,
Yeah.
you freaking do. If me and 49 other senators say so, we'll shut you guys down. Like,
I mean, that
we
should
created
probably be what
you,
happens in
we
the
will make
first
you
place,
go
but
away.
yeah,
What?
that's probably what should happen in the first place. But yeah, it's irritating that they make the CIA out to be this
And they're
peacekeeping organization. Basically, is what they're trying to
yeah,
say. And I'm like, that's
yeah.
not the
And then
CIA, and the CIA is responsible to Congress. So if Congress is asking them questions, they need to be upfront and direct with their answers.
yeah,
Not, hey, I don't
and
work for you.
Jack Ryan's doing the same thing where he's like, how do we know that the CIA isn't gonna do this again? And he's like, you don't. You just gotta trust me.
Yeah.
That's not the that's the exact opposite point of
Accountability.
accountability and what the CIA is for. You're not the CIA. There's thousands of people that work in the CIA. You're one guy at the top. Like, it's stupid. And then they just have money going places, and he's like, well, I'll just shut down this flow of money, and we'll see what happens. How the frick do you not know where your money is going?
Yeah, that is a great
Like, there
question.
should be money should say $500,000 bribe money for Mexican police. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Would you rather it say miscellaneous?
No, I'd rather us not give $500 million to
500,000.
Oh, did you? Whatever. Either way, I'd rather
I'd
us
say
not
one
waste
cop.
money.
Yeah, the CIA shutting down drug cartels doesn't even make sense because most of the drug cartels were created by the CIA.
Uh-huh.
So, like, oh yeah, we created them back in the 60s, but now we're definitely trying to shut them down.
It got out of hand. We can't control them anymore. Now we should do something
Yeah.
about it.
uh, um, yeah, but once that was over, I was just like, shut up and end the scene already, please. This is annoying. And Jack Ryan isn't the savior of the world or the United States or the CIA. And like, is it just because we're older or the current climate? But I don't know. When I used to watch shows about the FBI or the CIA or the NSA or government three letter organizations, they used to do cool stuff. But now they all do shady stuff, and there's someone trying to fix it or stop the internal shady stuff. And is it just me, or is that the way everything is going?
I think a lot of it is kind of the current climate. So I think that's part of it. Just real life is clouding or coloring TV shows differently.
Yeah. But
And I also think the older you get and the more aware you are of what's going on, it changes your perspective as well.
I think the stories that they wrote then
Oh yeah,
were
the
different,
stories
right?
were way better, way more interesting. The government
And
agencies were the good
more
guys.
patriotic and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. Now it's like it's I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory, but it kind of seems like misdirection.
Okay.
Like, oh, you heard about that from a TV show. We don't actually start cartels in South America. Like, it's just, I don't know. That's just conspiracy theory coming out of me. But
Okay.
we should do a conspiracy theory episode or something.
Okay.
They're entertaining.
I mean, they are entertaining. You are correct.
Um. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. Okay, so
But yeah, in the episode, they also kind of started it off with some guy, some president in Lagos
oh yeah,
getting
some guy getting assassinated
assassinated.
by some like military SEAL
Black
team
Ops
or
team.
whatever strike team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they assassinated him and then they got captured, probably killed.
Well, one of them got captured, is what they said. One person got captured, but he wasn't talking. So that's kind of the kickoff point to the entire. There's something shady going on with the CIA.
Right, but I don't know because they didn't go anywhere with that, so I assumed that was just a lie.
I mean, not yet.
I guess. But there were 4 or 5 guys. They say they captured one and he wasn't talking.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA and the president know that it's a CIA asset, and they're just like, we don't need to ask any more questions.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's what gets the whole thing kicked off, and
It's always an assassination.
Yeah. But then the CIA is like, ooh, we should probably be looking at some other things that we're doing. Oh, look, there's 9 different operations going on that we don't know why. We should probably just stop funding it.
Yeah, like, doesn't, I don't know, make any sense. If he was able to find out the information from the project name that he found out after Domingo showed up at his house with a gun, couldn't he have done that before he started shutting off the money?
You would think so.
Let me just turn this off and see what happens.
Yeah.
What's this switch do? Oh, that was a bomb.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Yeah. So, then we got South American cartels,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have
You got the
Myanmar triads.
Right.
Lagos is involved somehow. We don't know how yet.
Well, the reason they gave in the show for assassinating him was they needed trade routes opened or shipping lanes open. So
right, but we don't know what that means.
Right.
So,
but that's the general explanation that was given so far.
And with all the other talk about some warlord wanting to overthrow the new president because he says that he's working with the CIA. and then what's her face is going over there. Like, there's obviously more going on in Lagos.
And then what Jack Ryan's girlfriend is or works at the World Health Organization.
Who?
And Jack Ryan's girlfriend.
Who?
Oh, I got what you did. Okay. Okay. Took me a second there.
It took you a second.
But yeah, so and then they're both talking to the same people at the same charity event.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. As soon as they said WHO, I'm like, freaking hate those people.
Yep.
I don't need the WHO telling me how to live my life.
Yep.
Yeah, so
first episode was a whole lot of setup and introducing and reintroducing characters.
Yeah. But I think it's much more closer to season 1. I don't know if they got different writers or different director or what, but or
I don't know.
They stopped doing drugs or started doing drugs. Something changed.
Yep. Yeah, the writing in the first 2 episodes was a lot more interesting.
Wait, I'm confused.
What are you confused by?
Which episode is which?
Okay. Yeah, so episode 1, so Jack Ryan ends up shutting off all the money, and then at the end, Domingo, Michael
Okay.
Pena's
Triage
character.
is the first episode. I said convergence earlier.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's because I'm dumb.
All right. Yeah, so episode 1 ends with there's also some action scenes where a whole lot of gun violence between the Mexican cartel, the triads, and the Mexican police.
Oh, there's a few triad guys, but and then they did all that stuff with the triad guy about his family leaving and doing all that stuff. So like okay, what is like that's odd, but I guess we'll find out why. Then at the end of that episode is when we find out that Chavez is working with. He's a government asset.
Yep.
Because he's with that. He's got a strike team, and they're got a plan to capture the triad guy.
Don't know if capture is the right word.
Yeah, the plan was to kidnap him, capture him, whatever.
I don't think kidnapping or capturing. Well, they didn't go into it in full detail in episode 1, but they did give a little bit more in episode 2. And they were not kidnapping or capturing him. But
they were taking him.
Correct.
Yeah. He didn't know that, or he would have gone with them.
No, he did know that.
Then why didn't he go with them?
Because there was gunshots and everything. Bullets flying. And he couldn't.
How could he not? He was right there. He could have turned left instead of turning right.
There was a giant open area with gunfire going through in between him and Chavez.
He could have made it.
Okay. But anyway. So episode ends with Chavez breaking into Jack Ryan's house.
Yeah.
Or apartment.
Whatever. And threatening
and
him.
pointing a gun at him, threatening him if he doesn't turn the money flow back on. And that scene didn't make a whole lot of sense to me
Mm-hmm.
because Jack Ryan and his girlfriend both walk into the house. They switch the camera focus just to Jack Ryan, which means his girlfriend is still in the same room. And Chavez just shows up, pulls a gun, and she does nothing.
Well, she was in the living room area.
They were both in, because it was kind of an open concept kitchen living room
Yeah.
area.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have seen this guy and did
Maybe.
nothing about it. No screaming, no what are you doing? No throwing a vase at his head, nothing.
Obviously she didn't see him. She could have been
Yes.
on the other side of the room. He was in the
That,
kitchen getting drinks. And
yeah,
she
that
could have
doesn't make
been.
sense. They were having a conversation.
You don't
They were
turn
in the middle
around
of,
and do things while people are having conversations. He
I'm just
did
saying,
because he went to the fridge.
it didn't make any sense. And then he just walks down their hallway back presumably towards a bedroom and just disappears. Like, how did he get out of the apartment?
They're called windows or
Yeah,
back
okay.
doors.
Okay.
Because it
I'm just
looked more
saying,
like a condo or townhouse or something than an apartment.
whatever. It didn't make any sense. Okay.
All right. But it made sense how he got from who knows where in South America to Washington, D.C. in a few hours.
I mean, I didn't say that made sense either, but it
Okay.
didn't bother me as much as
Because
somebody just walking into a CIA operative's house and then walking out when two people saw him. Like, Jack Ryan doesn't go chase him down or follow him, nothing. Just, oh, there was somebody in my house. Guess I'll just go to bed and wait till tomorrow to look into it.
yeah, that was kind of weird. And then he shows up to the office. Like when he shows up to the office, there's already people there, and he's all dressed up, all nice, and he's like
Yeah.
he's coming in all nonchalant,
Yeah.
and like nothing happened. Um, yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, well, some
I
guy
know.
just broke into my house, pointed a gun at me. I guess I'll go to bed now and get up, and I got 24 hours, so that's 8 hours of sleep, and I gotta be working 9, so
Yeah.
Okay, so that is into episode 2. I think I like episode 2 a little bit more than 1.
Okay.
It like I was saying about the whole gym thing, like some of the stuff that he said, I don't know. The writing or the delivery is definitely better because like when he's talking to that one tech, like the whole interaction, he's like, gather up all your stuff and follow me, and the guy's like, he's all
I don't have
nervous,
any
right?
stuff. Yeah.
He's like looking around, he's like, I don't have any stuff, and he's like, then just do that second thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's just kind of, yeah, some playful banter there. He's not all like, I don't know, on fire in a hurry and just go like it was in season
Okay.
3, which I kind of like that he's just, it didn't make sense him waiting all that time from having a gun pointed at him
Yeah.
to then going into the office and trying to figure out what's going on. But I like that he got dressed up like he was normally going to work and just going about his day and not having his hair on fire.
All right.
Like that's how men should act.
Okay.
But anyway, so Convergence. What did you think?
I mean, I enjoyed the episode. We get a little bit more backstory on Chavez, like what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
why he's there. Yeah, so the CIA shuts off the money supply and then can't turn it back on for some reason. Like I don't.
Well, clearly they just didn't want to.
Yeah, but he's like,
Or
I can't. It
yeah,
wasn't,
I
hey,
don't
we're
know how the
not
money
going to.
works.
Yeah.
It is the government. They do dumb stuff with money. They're like, here's a bucket of money for this. All right, we're not going to use it for that. Let's give it to these guys. Like, sorry, that money's gone, dude.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, so he can't turn the or won't turn the money back on, and then Chavez is like, okay, well, I guess I'll do something else then, and they introduce the mystery with the old CIA director.
See, that was one thing that kind of bothered me. Like, they just assumed everybody should know that the old CIA director was shady.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about that in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was just an idiot.
Don't know if idiot's the right word or
Well, he just didn't trust Jack.
right. He didn't trust anybody.
Right. But there was no like indication that he was shady or into anything, untoward. But
Mm-hmm.
this one, they're just like, it's just assumed that you know this.
Yeah.
And, which is fine, but like, I don't know. Yeah, so then we learn a little bit about the guy that was in the first episode, listening in and directing the guys killing the president.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see. I don't know. So far, I think the story is good because they've got the triad guy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Chavez, Miller, and then Ryan. Someone else? Is there someone else?
No, I think
Not really.
that's the main storylines.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Wow, it must be very difficult. It looks kind of
It's
painful.
kind of difficult. I like the setup, or not the setup, but the character development for Chavez, because at first you're like, he's a cartel member, and then you're like, okay, maybe he's not, and then he shows up at Jack's house starting to kill him. You're like, okay, maybe he's still a bad guy. Right. And you find out he's kind of like Jack. Or he was,
and you find out
a SEAL, and now he's been running around the world doing stuff for the CIA. Killing people the government tells him to kill, which is his job. So
yeah, and then you also find out that people he worked with were all killed on by the former CIA director's orders or initiative. Like, hey, because he's blaming that guy for all of their deaths.
Yeah, I think it was just like a mission thing. It wasn't. I'm assuming that would be. I don't think the CIA director ordered them to be killed. I think it's probably like the Laos assassination, where he sends him in to do a mission, and then the mission turns bad, and he's like, "Camera off."
Yeah. Okay. That's
That
fair.
would make more sense. Especially if
But
he's
yeah,
running
but
all of these shady ops, trying
right.
to get
But
money
Michael
and
Pena.
power and everything. Are you done?
I mean, I would like to talk.
Too bad.
But no. So I mean, Michael Pena definitely brought a lot of heart and emotion to the role. Like he's a fantastic actor
He's a good actor.
that
He's a good actor.
brings the level of quality up.
Yeah. Definitely. I think so. Yeah. I was kind of surprised to see someone else that, is a big name and not just a nobody. Or,
Okay.
a B or C level actor being in that role. That is a little good casting. Way to go, casting director. Ah, man. What else?
I
Well,
don't know
that's
what
when
else.
we find out that he was supposed to be extracting the triad guy because he's turning on the triad,
Yeah.
presumably
So
to protect his family.
yep. So the triad guy Chow apparently had reached out to him after he had done all the work to consolidate the triad, or not the triad, the Mexican cartels.
Cartel.
Um, reached out and said, "Hey, there's a whole lot more going on." So now we know why he was so willing just to go with Chavez right when they showed up to the meeting before it went bad. He was like, "Hey, it's fine. I don't need bodyguards to go with me. I'll just go with this guy." And
Yeah.
also makes sense why his wife and daughter were getting on a plane. We're at the airport about to get on a plane.
Mm-hmm. So, what was it?
I don't know. What was it?
Goes and um shoot. Oh, but then he's like trying to like cover his tracks. But you like when he's trying to cover his tracks, like when he talks to the doctor and stuff, you're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, this guy's still a triad member. Like
Yeah.
people aren't going to be crossing him. Um,
Yeah. And that actor just plays it so good. Like, he kind of feels terrifying when he's talking to this doctor about, hey, you may not have all the right paperwork. Can you fix that?
yeah, he's like, you may not remember exactly what happened, but let me refresh your memory.
Yeah. And he did it in such a terrifying and commanding way as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then he's like, if anybody comes asking questions, just make sure you stick to the paperwork you've got here, and
Yeah.
because if you tell them anything else, or he's like, if they
Yeah. He said, if
threaten you in
they,
any way, just think about.
I'll do way worse to you than they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they're like, okay, well, whatever you say, guy.
Yeah.
um. Uh. Shoot. Um. Okay, so then they get okay. So Greer talks to Miller, and then Miller gets spooked and
Mm-hmm.
calls the other guy, and the other guy's like, "Don't call me unless it's for real."
Yeah.
Um, and then Chavez shows up at Miller's house, and I like that scene where he's like, read their names,
Uh-huh. With
and
the dog
then
tags.
he's like, he's really thinking about it. Like you could see, like the actor did a good job. He's like really thinking about it. He's like, so he goes to read them, and then he snatches them.
Yeah. You don't deserve to touch this. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good
That was
stuff.
good.
Yeah, so the convergence, I guess they go. So Jack finally goes and tells what's her face all the
The
details,
acting director,
right?
what was her name?
Something right.
Elizabeth Wright. Yep.
Yeah. So he finally goes and tells her everything, and then they go talk to the president, and then the convergence is like a drug cartel teaming up with a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it seems like they have conflicting ideals. So one wants to just sell things for money, and the other one wants to kill people for not money.
Yeah.
So doesn't make a whole lot of sense from a business standpoint,
Right.
but may not be people's only motivations, which is probably where the whole Legos thing comes into play
Okay.
politically. Okay, yeah. So Jack talks to Miller, and they go have their meeting, and you don't really learn anything from that meeting.
No, not at all.
So I didn't quite get that, but whatever.
Well, you get that Miller wants him to turn the money back on, just like
Yeah.
Chavez did.
Yeah, he's
And
like,
then instead of being able to work him, he freaks out and leaves.
well, I think he freaked him out on purpose, because he said he's like
He was trying to get him to turn to flip on the people he was working for. But so I think he was trying to spook him to get him compliant, not to run. Because he said they're probably watching right now. And it seemed like
and then he's like, "You're right," and he takes off.
Yeah. And he's like, what? Don't leave.
But he didn't say anything. He's like, "I can protect you," or
Right.
yada yada. He's just like, "All right, goodbye."
Yep.
But like, how are you like the ex CIA director, and then you're gonna go to the current deputy director, and be like, "Hey, don't close down my shady programs." What?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. If my boss got fired, and I got my boss's job, and then my boss called me and was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'd be like, "Click."
Right.
It's going good. Bye. um. So he got killed. Miller gets killed. I kind of like the way he gets killed.
Yeah. He gets killed by the guy from the first episode who was overseeing the Lagos hit. Yeah. The guy who's so far been set up to be the main bad guy or main antagonist of the show.
I don't know if he's the main antagonist. I think
he's the guy that we've seen so far. So I think they're setting him up to be a very important antagonist.
Maybe, I guess. Probably. No. I don't know, maybe.
I mean, we have seen nobody else from this organization, so.
Right. So that's why I think it's probably not somebody we've seen so far. It's probably...
Yeah, I'm just saying, so far, he is the main antagonist of the show. So far. They could change in future episodes, but so far, he is the unknown. He's the main person driving the bad side of the conflict so far.
I think I don't know. To me, I just think he's the main enforcer.
Okay.
Or like, the right-hand man who gets things done.
Still doesn't change what I said. He's the...
Don't care.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to negate what you said.
It seemed like you were trying to argue with me.
I can if you want.
I'd rather you not.
Okay then.
But yeah, so
But yeah, I
he
liked how
kills
he killed
the.
Miller.
Do what?
I liked how he killed Miller.
Yeah, me too. Why
Shoved a
don't
whole
you
bunch of
explain it?
drugs and booze down his throat, making him swallow it. What the like? Why does Chavez walk so slow?
I don't know. But
That
yeah,
didn't make any sense.
but Miller goes twice for the Bible. Once in when he's talking to Chavez, like he looks at the Bible
Mm-hmm.
that was on his desk, and then after he gets
Drugged.
drugged before he dies, like he grabs it
Yeah.
and then falls on the ground. So, wondering what's inside of that.
And um, what's his name? Chow had one on his desk.
Oh, did he? I didn't notice that.
You know, they made
Okay.
they made a point to show it in the first episode, and I was like, why are they showing a King James Bible on his desk of this triad leader? It's like, okay. And then when he went to grab it, I'm like, okay, there's got to be some kind of. I'm thinking that maybe like the cipher code, or there's some other kind of thing like that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think they tried to. I think they're trying to show it, but I think they tried to like cloud what it is by having Chavez do a lot of praying and being stuff like that to try to, I don't know. Ooh, faith.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. They're very unused books, though.
Yeah,
Like these
that's
guys
fair.
don't read their Bible. Those are like crisp, clean,
Mint condition. Yeah.
mint condition Bible that's on a desk but doesn't have any dust on it either. Dust-proof jacket. Got to get me one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. And then, okay. So Jack and Greer show up. And they just stand outside
Mm-hmm.
after Miller gets murdered. They're just standing there. For like what seemed like too long before the
Okay.
camera cut.
Yeah,
Why are they just standing there?
because it was a cool shot, I guess.
It wasn't. Their main lead just died.
Yeah. And the guy
Clearly
that they've been
murdered.
working with, Chavez, is just walking off.
Yeah, they're
Like
like, all right,
nobody's
bye,
trying
see
to
you
stop
later.
him. They're not going in to investigate. Nothing. Just okay.
Well, Ryan isn't concerned about Chavez because I think he's under the impression that Chavez is like him. He's just good old boy trying to do the right thing. So he's just gonna let him go and do his thing.
Okay.
The only thing like that didn't really bother me. It was just kind of like, why is this? Why are they like? Come on, guys, just cut already.
Yeah.
But the scene where what is her freaking name? I keep forgetting.
Right.
Right, where she's talking to the CIA or the senators. She starts talking, and I'm like, I don't freaking care, lady. Shut up.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Shut up. What you're saying is stupid. And
Yeah.
then they stopped, like they cut, and then they went to do something else. And I was like, oh, good. I don't have to listen to the whole speech. That was
Nope.
wrong.
Had to listen to the whole thing.
Like, dang it, I don't care that you're from Brooklyn and
Yeah.
that you're trying to like keep
Peace.
peace and
Yeah.
the citizens
And that's what she wants
of
to
the
do with
United
the
States
CIA as
safe
well, is keep peace. And I'm like, that no. What?
and safety. Right? She says, "Oh, we're trying to keep people safe." I don't need you to keep me safe, lady.
Yeah.
You're doing a bad job. You're doing a real bad job. Your job is not to keep me safe. Your job is to capture and punish evildoers, criminals.
Okay.
Like, your job's not to keep me safe. Because they do a real bad job. Real bad job. Just bugs the crap out of me.
All right.
Anyway. Yeah. So, I guess way better than season 3 so far.
Yeah, we
We'll
are
see
2
what
episodes
happens.
in. So, how many episodes is this season?
I don't know. I don't know if it knows. I don't know if it says. I think the last
No.
one was 8 episodes, 9 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I
probably
want to
about
say
the
it was
same.
8. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the same.
But yeah, a strong start so far.
Yeah. See how episode 3 and 4 go. I think they come out tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, July 7th. So, we'll review those either next week or the week after. For anyone sticking around.
Yeah. So, if you are sticking around, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave comments down below on what you thought of the episodes if you're interested to watch it. Or if you want to leave episodes, if you want to leave comments on what you would like for us to review in the future, drop those down below as well.
Yeah. We're always looking for movie and television recommendations, comic books, whatever you got.
Mm-hmm.
Mondays we do say hi cat, goodbye cat. Mondays we do movie reviews. Thursdays we'll do a show or some other form of entertainment review, and then Sundays we do a spoiler-free movie review. And check us out. We're also we're on YouTube and Rumble, and check us out on Twitter for updates on what we're going to be reviewing next. And like Ryan said, I think I said it already too. I don't remember. It's getting late and I'm tired. But give us some recommendations. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, that pretty much covered it.
All right. We'll see you guys later.